In this portion of the video, we're going to show you how to set up and properly format spreadsheets. Across the top are columns, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. To the left-hand side, we see the rows, 1 through whatever numbers we're talking about. I'm going to enlarge this column, this spreadsheet, so that we can take a closer look at some of the information we're going to put in here. The first thing is I want to do is a formatting technique. I highlight from A to E. I now come over here to what says merge and center. I click merge and center. I've now eliminated all my numbers and lines across here. I can now type in my title. As you can see, it centers it perfectly. I can also format each of these columns through here. For example, if I was to type in this title, notice that it goes from column B over to C. I can do one of two things. One, I could enlarge this column a little bit, but now it's not in proportion with the rest of these. So let's go ahead and take it back to where it was at. And what I want to do now is click on that cell, it's highlighted, and I come up here called text wrap or wrap text. Click, notice how it looks now, and it is the same size of column as the rest of these are. So I can do the same thing here. Amount of sales to, again, it's going over into my other column. I'm going to go with wrap text. I can go here. Got to make sure to highlight that, wrap text, and it's such that way. We've got it centered, and I can also center it up and down. I have now this highlighted centered. I'm going to center it in proportion to the cell itself. Click here. Same thing here. Just click here. Notice how it's lined up evenly. Some of the functions on spreadsheets include adding. Okay, I want to add these three numbers up. One way of doing it is this way. Auto sum, click auto sum, puts it over here. I hit enter. There's my total of those three numbers. I can do a variety of those numbers going across here. If I put in 12, 12, 13. I'm just making up some numbers as I go across here. Whoops. There we go. Notice my formulas here. It says A3 through A5. I want to find the totals of these numbers that go across from the left to the right. I can do the same thing. I click here in this little corner of my box. In fact, I will enlarge this so you can see what I'm talking about. There's a little box right here in the right hand corner. I click, drag across. There's my totals that I was looking for. 37, 37, 31, 33. I can do the same thing for other functions. I want to find my average. I come over here to my auto sum, down arrow, click average. It's going to give me an average of these four numbers. I don't want to include my total because this is my totals over here. So I'm just going to include just these three numbers. I click on the first one, drag down, hit enter. There's my average. So I'm going to put total over here. This is my average. Now, to take this formula and copy it across from the left to the right, I do the same function. Click here, drag to the left to the right. There's my totals. I can size this down a little bit. Notice these decimal points up here. I can go here and size it down if I want to, or enlarge it, whatever I want to do with however many decimal points that I want. Let's find the max, and let's find the min. Maximum number, minimum number. Again, I'm going to find the biggest number of these three digits. Obviously, I can tell it's going to probably be number 13. Let's see if my formula is going to work. I come here to auto sum. I click on that. I go to the down arrow key. I find is it my max? Yes. Okay. I found my max. That's not what I want. Here. Down arrow key. Max of these three digits. A3 through A5. I hit enter. I can take that formula, drag it across, and there's what I'm looking for. Are those the maxes? Let's find the smallest number. Again, it's going to be 12. Let's see if we're true with that. We come over here. I go down to here. Min. Come back over to here. 12, 13, hit enter. There's my total, my minimum, drag across, and that's what I have for my answers. So in this little segment right here, I've shared with you how to do some formatting. So we can do some formatting. I've showed you how to wrap text. We want to wrap some text. And then I also showed you how to do formulas. I can see each of my formulas because they're up here in my formula bar. Averages, maxes, and minimums. Finally, the last thing I want to share with you is how we can make a chart. Let's go ahead and make a chart. I'm going to insert a column right here. I click my cell, I right click, insert, and over here I'm going to put in some names. Here we go. Mary, Bob, Fred. Okay? Let's get a chart showing this set of text and this set of numbers. What I do now is I click over here and I highlight those three values, or those three text files. I'm going to hold my control key down in the far left hand corner and just take your finger and hold that key down. You'll see it says control. Hold it down, do not release. At the same time, I'm going to take my mouse over here to the far right hand side and highlight 12, 54, 67. I release my fingers off both the mouse and the keyboard, and you can see everything is all highlighted. Now then, let's go ahead and insert a chart that will share these numbers. I click over here to insert. I come over here to a chart. I'm going to go with a column chart. I click that, and it's going to produce a column chart. Let's see if we can size this down a little bit. So we got here. There we go. And now we have it. So this is kind of, it shows you a little bit how to do this.